Hello, I'm just popping in from the morning that this video is going to go up. I just wanted to let you know that all the plushies that I'm going to be showing you in the beginning of this video are going to be the ones that are available like when this video is going up. So when this video is going live, these plushies, sorry, will already be on my Etsy. So check out the link down below if you are interested in anything. Like I kind of always say, if you are, I would act sooner rather than later, so then you're not disappointed, because things sell out way more quickly than I was ever expecting them to. But yeah, I'm super excited about it. So I wasn't sure when I was going to be posting this, but just for context. So let's get into it. Hello everyone and good morning. Welcome to a new video. So I'm going just to start off this video filming it on my phone because my camera doesn't have a memory card and I just am removing obstacles. But I'm holding a knitting needle because I'm about to sew together this little guy. It has yarn fluff on it because of course it does. But I made a little red panda, which is so cute. I'm so happy with it. So I just finished the arms and legs and like all the body this morning. Last night I did the head, but now I just need to sew it together, and I just use knitting needles to stab it to keep it in place because that works much better than like actual pins for bigger things like this. But if I'm sewing on like a limb or something, then I will use actual pins. But I find for like sewing a head to a body, this is what I like to do. So he's, you know, he's probably not having a fun time right now, but at least his head will be attached. And to sew, I use crochet thread. I know that like chenille yarn is impossible to sew with. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's really annoying and really frustrating a lot of the time. So I know that worsted weight yarn was recommended, but I found that worsted weight yarn always showed through. Sometimes, like I know that theoretically the chenille is supposed to cover, like the fluff is supposed to cover the worsted weight, but I didn't find it was doing that. But with the crochet thread, it definitely is thin enough where it is covering it, but it also is very, very strong, because that was my worry. I was like, oh, but it's like thinner, but it is actually very strong. So that is what I have been using. But it's also with the worsted weight, you would want to make sure that it's like a similar color to whatever your project is. And I don't have that much worsted weight yarn because it bothers my hands. So I didn't want to have to go out and get like a bunch of different colors just for the purposes of sewing. But with the crochet thread, because it is thinner, it doesn't show through at all. So it doesn't really matter what color you use. If anything, sometimes it will show in a couple stitches and then I just can go over it with the chenille. So that's my little crochet hot tip. So yes, I have still been on my crochet hyper focus. That has been the main thing that I have been doing lately. I still haven't really picked up a book lately, which is unfortunate, but you know, I'm just kind of rolling with the punches. I'm doing whatever kind of feels right to me in the moment right now, and that's what we're going with. I'm not putting too much pressure on myself, although the one thing that I would really like to do is get back into a planning routine, because I have not been in that for a little bit, and that definitely really helps me to feel more obviously organized and like on top of everything. And I have fallen off of that and have been having a really hard time getting back to it. So if I can kind of figure out something that works, that would be awesome. But I don't know if I'm in like the right headspace for that. I guess we shall see. I still sometimes struggle because I crochet quite tightly. I have very tight tension. Sometimes I struggle with getting the needle through, and all the stuffing too doesn't help. But the plus side is that that means that my projects are like uniform looking and they like the stuffing never comes out. But the negative to that is definitely like putting in eyeballs or anything. Sometimes it can be really hard to get into those stitches, but that is just the way that I do it. So I can take out my knitting needles now. But today's Sunday. I don't really have very many plans for the day. It's kind of a day where I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I mean, there's one of two ways that it can go. I can kind of like get really on top of my crap and like clean up the house, or I can just kind of spend the whole day crocheting, which I don't know which one I'll do. One of the things that I actually want to do that isn't crocheting, but it's crochet related, because of course it is organize my patterns a little bit more, because I have a ton of patterns, and I get my patterns usually, I mean, the ones that aren't free, I get them off of Etsy for the most part. I know quite a few crocheters have kind of asked me that, but that is where I get them. So I kind of want to organize them, and I should prepare, because this, I'm not sure when this video will be going up. It might be, I don't know if it's going to be like a spend a few days with me or just spend a day with me sort of thing. Not too sure yet, but I do have a launch this coming Friday, August 16th. So I am doing another plushie drop, and I do have a few, like a couple things left from the last one too. So that's exciting. If you guys were interested in checking something out right now, then you can go to my Etsy. It will be linked down below, but it is just stuffed menagerie, and you can find all the details and stuff there. So something like this little dude won't be on there quite yet, because he will be launching this Friday. So cute. I'm super happy with how this one turned out. It's adorable. It's a pattern where you can also do a raccoon. I was just kind of, I have this thing where I look at the colors of like what's in my store, and then I feel like I can't do too much of the same color. And then it's like all the ideas that I have are that color. Like for some reason, one of the launches, it was blue. I had a bunch of blue things. And then this past one, I've just been wanting to do so many things that are green. So I've been kind of like stopping myself from doing all the green things, because I feel like I need to have a good variety of colors. I don't know. It's this like silly, stupid thing that I do that really is not necessary, but alas, it is what I do. I was trying to thread that through and didn't put it in the right stitch so you could see it still. But I'll show you in a second the other things that I have that are in my store. I actually had a sale this morning, which is really exciting, and it's going to Saudi Arabia, which is wild. I'm so excited about that. Like, I love seeing all of the different, like, most of my sales are to the US, which is cool. I have quite a few to Canada, but I feel so bad because of the shipping. Even though I'm in Canada, it's so much more expensive. It's, oh my gosh, and I can't do anything about that. Like, unfortunately, there's not really a way to do that. It's just, you know, that's how things are. But then I've also had so many different countries, which is really cool. But here we have the little red panda, so cute, and his little tail. Love it. Yay. So he's a lot of fun. And then yesterday I made this jellyfish, which is also so fun. Look at its little tentacles. The tentacles take so long, but they are so cool. Like, they are so cute. This tentacle in particular is like perfect. The other ones are good too. It's just this one, like the way that it's laying is absolutely perfect. So this is my little jellyfish. So this one, you're not seeing the color very well on the phone, but this one will also be available in my launch on Friday. So that's exciting. So I'm probably going to go and grab my memory card for my camera, so then I can show you everything and you can like actually see the colors of stuff. So I have everything here so you can see the colors a little bit better. Here is our little red panda friend. Love him. And then the jellyfish. So cute. Yeah, that's definitely a little bit more true to what the color is. It's still a little bit brighter in person, but to get the idea of it, it's not, there we go. Now it's focused on it. And love the eyes too. Then I have a few things that are customs in here. So first we have this squirrel, which is so freaking cute. I'm obsessed with this squirrel. I just absolutely love it. So this is a custom. And it's actually one that I made a little bit ago, but I had it at the store that I have been stocking, but since someone wanted a custom of it, I just went and grabbed it from the store. And that reminds me, I did also make quite a few small things, like small farm animals, because that is what they have at the store. It's like a little educational farm and wildlife refuge. So I make kind of the animals that they have there for the most part, but I went and restocked yesterday. So I'll put some pictures here. They're not going to be the best quality, but I'll put some pictures here of the things that I restocked there in case you were curious. I'll show you, before I get into everything else, the other couple of customs. So this butterfly is made in jumbo yarn. It is absolutely huge. I don't have the original butterfly that I made using the same pattern, but it is like so much bigger than that one, and it is just so adorable. I am so pleased with how this one turned out. So this one will be shipping off soon. And then the other one is this big old snail. This snail is so big, its eyes are so big. I think it is just so cute, and they wanted it in blue, so obviously that's what I did, but they wanted it in jumbo yarn too, so it's the same as this snail, which I decided to keep for myself because I do agree it is so cute. And you can see the size difference here in the jumbo yarn is pretty significant, so I like seeing the difference in things. But the jumbo yarn definitely is a lot harder on my hands, and really my like wrists in particular. I just can't use it for very long periods of time, basically, so I kind of have to take breaks. Then the other couple things that I have in here, my cat sold this morning, which is really exciting. I'm so happy that this one is going to its forever home. This is one that's going off to Saudi Arabia, which is super cool. And then my sloth also has sold. So this one, I don't remember where it's going, but it will be going off to its home too. So I am going to pack those up to ship tomorrow. I am just editing this. I look like crap, just ignore that. And I got an email, whatever. But I just wanted to let you know that since filming this, actually the only plushie that I have left is the monkey. Everything else has sold and has been shipped off, which I'm so eternally grateful for. Like, thank you so much. You don't know how much it means to me, and like how happy I get every time I get an order. I get so nervous every time I post like new things, but I get so excited every time there's an order. So thank you guys so much. But yeah, of the things that I'm about to show you, the monkey is actually the only one that is left, and I'm hoping he will find his new home very soon. So then for my last launch, the things that I still have left are this hippo and this monkey, which is super cute, this platypus, which I almost wanted to keep for myself. So if it doesn't sell, I will probably end up keeping it for myself because I love this one, and the feet were quite difficult. And then the last thing is this dog, which I'm kind of surprised hasn't sold yet, but it is kind of nice. Like, things usually have been selling super quickly. Like, my last launch sold out, I think, the second day, which is so wild, and like, I'm so grateful for it. But it is also kind of nice to still like have a little bit of stock to take a little bit of the pressure off of me for like making quite a few things. But I know sometimes I'll have smaller launches, which is totally okay. But I am surprised that the dog is still here. It is super cute, and I love this one a lot. This pattern, I've already started making another dog from it because I'm a big fan of it. But I will say, if there's anything that you like have your heart set on or you really, really love, I would act sooner rather than later, because things, like I said, a lot of things sell out quite quickly. So that brings us to the stuff in this box, which all of these are the things that are going to be on Friday's launch. So the things I just showed you are on the store probably when you're watching this video. I'm not sure when I'm going to post it, but these other things, along with the red panda and the jellyfish, will be coming on Friday, August 16th. So we have another monkey. This one has embroidered eyes, so it is actually baby safe, and it is more of like kind of, you know, a little like, I don't know, ragdoll sort of thing, but it's not really a ragdoll, but you understand what I mean. It's more floppy than a lot of my things. Ooh, look at his legs go. But I think this one is adorable. I'm gonna stop saying that about everything. But the other problem I was kind of running into, and maybe it's because for the store, everything I was making was so small, and generally I find that I usually gravitate towards things that are about this size, but I have been making quite a few large things this time around. So one of my favorite things that I've made is, wait, let me get her hair all set for her debut, this horse right here. This is so cool. I'm really proud of myself for this one, and I just love it. Like, it is so nice. It stands completely with no issues, and it even has like its little bridle and everything. It is so cute, and I was a horse girl when I was a kid, so this just, it speaks to me, okay? So I love this one, and I'm very excited for it to go to a forever home. Like, I can't wait. But obviously this is quite large, like compared to this. Quite large. And then speaking of quite large, I also made this mouse, which actually was quite quick for me to make, but it is so adorable, and it does use quite a bit of yarn, but it has this lovely flower crown on it, and it's just like this little meadow mouse. I love it, and I love its little tail and everything. Oh, so cute. Then we have this, I forget what it's called. It's like a parasaur something. It starts with a P and it's something along the lines of that, but it's a dinosaur and I think it is adorable. I love the colors for it. And then the last like big thing that I have is this Highland cow, which is also the cutest thing. I actually have a pattern test that I need to do by this Friday. It's like this cow, except it's just like a regular cow. So I might start that today. I'm really looking forward to it, but this Highland cow is adorable. Like, look at its little tail. I can't even. This is so cute. It's another one that I kind of wanted to keep, but I can't keep everything, you know? Especially right now, I don't really have like a space where I can put them, so they need to go to new forever homes, and if I really want it, I can make another one. Then we have this dragon here, which turned out really cool. It was one of the harder things. Like, I had a hard time with the wings. I had to make each of the wings in the little like ear things twice because I just accidentally made them both facing the same way, which was really frustrating, but I love the like speckles in the yarn with the green. Like I said, green was kind of the thing that I wanted to go for this time around. I feel like I could make one more green thing and that would be fine. Sorry, the dogs are all over the place right now, but he did turn out quite large. A lot larger compared to another pattern that I've done from this designer, but I do really like him. Then we have a walrus, which is another thing that I made a while ago, but I ended up picking up this one from the store. This along with the monkey. I was almost like sold out at the store when I went. It's just the bigger things don't sell as well, or as quickly, I should say, because I did sell like quite a few bigger things, but it makes more sense for me to like, I kind of swapped it out with stock that they have those animals at that farm because it makes more sense. But yeah, this walrus I think is adorable. I really love him, and there's also a seal that I can do with this pattern, which I'll probably do. Then I have a rhino, which is super cute. He's so fun. I love his little tusks. This is the first rhino that I've made, so that's cool. And finally, I have a couple of small things. I don't generally make small things, like I said, but I do always try and have a couple for people that might have a lower budget, like completely understandable. So we have this bee, first of all, which is just like the cutest thing. Love it. And then finally, I have a hummingbird, which I am also really happy with. I love this one a lot. So yeah, I do have quite a few things to be stocking the store with, so that's good because I was kind of debating taking today to just make a bunch of small things again, but I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. I don't know. I will figure it out. But in the meantime, I'm going to put these back in the box and kind of count how many I have, and then maybe later today or maybe later in the week, I will take the photos and videos for the Etsy listings and get the Etsy listings set up so then I can kind of know what I have in inventory. Also, actually, I have like maybe a market that I'll be doing at Christmas time at the farm that I sell at. So that would be really cool. That would be like my first market, but I think that would be fun. I will need a translator because French, but I think I'll have someone who will do it with me, so that would be much appreciated. But welcome to a new vlog. This has been like, we're probably quite far into it, but I've only filmed 2 clips, so I think you will be seeing this early in the week, so maybe you'll be getting 2 vlogs this week. Wouldn't that be fun? So I started a goat, so I'm just working on that. I'm trying to not like, because right now I feel like I crochet quite slow, and part of it is because, and not that like I have to be fast, but there's so many things that I want to make, which is why I'm trying to be a bit faster. But part of it is, for some reason, the way that I do it, instead of like, I think most people have their yarn like out like this, and they're using their hook to like grab the yarn. But for me, I can't do that. I have to like use my hand to wrap it around, but I've seen some people that like fully drop the hook when they do that. But the way that I do it is, I'll show you if I can. This is what I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to use the hook and have it do all of the work. But generally what I'll do is, I feel like I use my hand more. I don't know if that makes sense. I've never knitted in my life, by the way, but it's kind of like a knitting sort of thing that I end up doing. It's really bizarre, but I'm kind of trying to experiment with not doing that to see if it speeds me up any. But anyways, here is the goat that I'm working on. Yeah, so I'm just working on this little baby goat right here, but I'm using this like variegated yarn for it, which I think is going to look nice. So I'll finish the body and the head, and then I do still have quite a few pieces that I'll have to do. I'll have to do probably a tail. I haven't really looked at the pattern to see if I need to do a tail, and then I'll have to do the 2 horns, the 2 ears, and then there's also a snout on the goat. But I think it's like a snout that is supposed to be in the same color. I'm not entirely sure, but I just can't, that's like my biggest thing, is I can never decide what I want to make next. So I often go to Instagram and I'll ask you guys, because I have like so many patterns and so many different things that I can make, but I just have such a hard time actually deciding in the moment because I'm so indecisive. I just can't decide what I actually want to make next in the moment, which is a struggle. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. It's actually almost 1, so it's a little bit later than I thought it was. And this has just kind of been all I've been doing. I have just been kind of vibing, having a relaxing Sunday. I just got off the phone with my family and that was nice, but I'll probably try and like finish up the goat, and then I don't know what I'll do. I'll maybe make something else for the store. I was thinking of maybe making a sea turtle, because I know that people really love sea turtles and I haven't made one in a while. I actually have, like, sea turtles, I know people usually love making them. They're not my favorite to make, but I think they're so cute when they're done, but they're just not my favorite in the world to make. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'll make a sea turtle though, do like a fun shell. And then I have like this, or I could do a land turtle actually, but we'll see. I have like this blue yarn that has some green specks in it too, which I think would look really nice for a sea turtle shell or just a turtle shell in general. And then I could still do a green body, because like I'm the kind of person who I like to do things mostly in the color that they actually come in real life. Obviously I don't have to, it's just that's kind of my personal preference. Like there are certain things like sea turtles or turtles in general that I will do funky colors, but for the most part I do kind of like to, I prefer to stick to the like natural colors of something. I don't know, it's just the way that I am, like I don't know, it's just my preference. But that's not to say like there's certain things, like I've made a purple penguin, I would make like dogs in different colors, I would make turtles in different colors, cows in different colors. It's just, I feel like especially there's certain things where you won't really be able to tell what it is if it's in a different color, and those are the ones that for sure I wouldn't want to do in a different color. I don't know how we got on this tangent or why we're talking about it, but here we are. The dogs are going to start barking because our neighbor's dog is barking, so I'm going to go. My hair has just been deteriorating throughout the day, but I'm going to have a nice bath and do some self-care so then I won't look so rough. But I did finish my goat and I ended up doing embroidered eyes because I totally forgot to put eyes in before closing it up, but I also had kind of been considering embroidering the eyes since it is safer for like 0 to 3, so I wanted to have some stuff at the store that had that. So this is going to be for the store. It turned out way different than I expected, to be honest. Like the head is way bigger than I expected compared to the body, but it is still really cute. Like I do really like it. It has giant horns too, but I think it's a fun little goat. So this is going to be going to the store next time I go. I have this little like blueberries thing that my goal right now is to just fill it, and then when it's filled, well, that's not like incorrect, but when it's full, I will then go and like take a trip to the store and drop stuff off to restock. So this time around, I'm still going to do small things for sure, but I also am going to work on some things that are kind of like this size because I'm almost completely out of things that are this size at the store. So I have no clue what I'm going to make next. I'm actually just trying to find my Apple Pencil and I can't find it anywhere because I want to update my iPad and write made on the patterns that I've made. I don't know where I put it, which is really irritating. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna figure out what I'm going to make, what my next steps are, all of that stuff shortly. Good morning. It is the next day and I have actually been pretty busy today so far. So I've taken pictures of all of the stuffies that I'm going to be posting for, I actually hate that word stuffies, plushies is more what I say. But anyways, I've taken pictures of all of those that I'm going to be posting on Friday. And then I also made a hamster body. He needs ears and stuff still. And what I decided I'm going to do is, since I already have 12 items, I feel like that's a good amount. So anything that I make this week is going to go to the next drop. So not the one that's coming Friday, but I also made the head for my pattern test, which is this adorable little cow. So I need to make the rest of things. I made like the ears too. So I have some stuff done, but I wanted to hop on because I got some new yarn that I thought I could show you guys. There we go. Okay, so I get a lot of questions from you guys about what yarn I use, and I use a little bit of pretty much everything, to be entirely honest. Parfait Chunky is my favorite, Premier Parfait Chunky, but then I also use like the Michaels yarn, and I'll use Bernat as well. I just kind of use everything. And one of my favorites is Hobie, because I know recently Parfait has been kind of hit or miss. So actually part of my hamster was done with Hobie and I really liked it. So they had a sale, so I decided to pick some up and see what colors I could get. And basically what I'm trying to do is like find solid colors that I'll have quite a few options for, like specifically brown. I use so many neutrals and I would like to have more options. And green is another one actually, so I have some green here. So this is my first time trying this specific yarn, Toucan. It's their newest one. I've tried Baby Snuggle and Honey Bunny before and I like both of those. Toucan I've heard is a little bit rougher feeling, and I can kind of see that, how it's a little bit rougher, but I'll have to like try and make something with it and see how much rougher it is. But these colors are really nice. They're not exactly what I expected, but they don't have names on the label, so I'm sorry. But this nice green, it's kind of like a dark sage, and then this one's kind of like almost a mint but not quite. So that is, I think, all that is in this bag here. Yes, I got 3 of this one here, and then I got 2 of the minty one. They sent it all in separate bags and it looks bad, but it's not as bad as it seems, I promise. But yeah, and I did have it in this little basket here, so I'm just going to put the skeins that I've opened in here so then I can easily bring it downstairs to get it organized. So next we've got some nice like purpley pink, which is very nice. It's kind of showing up a bit washed out on the camera, so sorry about that. Wow, I got quite a few of this color. I think because online it kind of looked like a color that I haven't really seen before, and it kind of is, but it's closer to one that I have already than I thought. This purple though, definitely don't have anything like this. Very nice. And this purple is one that I have plans for. I have a dragon that I want to make out of this purple because I don't have a color like this. I also got, here's Honey Bunny. So yeah, I can definitely feel the difference. This one is a little bit rougher, but like not that much. And they also have a really nice purple, so I got that one as well. But they are different enough, which is good. So I got quite a few of those because I knew it was a color that I would want to use quite a bit. Then I got some more greens. So we have a darker green, and then this like really bright green, which is super nice. And I got 2 of those bright greens. I just use green a lot. Like I was saying earlier in this video, I use green quite a bit. And then yellows, I should have gotten some yellows, but I might go back and order some more yellows because I feel like I'll use those a lot. So this is one of the browns I wanted to compare. So I just got a skein of that brown and then a skein of this brown to see if it's exactly like Teddy and exactly like chocolate. And I think it is quite close. This might be a little bit warmer, but we'll see. I'll compare them so then I know, like, I don't know, if I have more options. Nice pinks, very nice. And then Gold Dust. I got this one because I saw someone do an orange cat like Jackson out of this, so I wanted to do that as well. I've been looking for like the perfect cat orange because it's actually kind of a difficult color. And then we have the browns that I got from Toucan. So this actually kind of looks closer to chocolate than the other one. I don't know. I will have to see, but that is that. And then I'm actually missing some. That's unfortunate. I got like a brown that was kind of like this, but in Toucan. So I'll have to see if maybe that shipped separately or something. I don't really know, but that is everything that I got here. So lots of new yarn to play around with. All right, hello. It's a little bit later. I really desperately need to clean up. Like, that's the thing with crochet. There just ends up being crap everywhere, and I'm trying to find a solution, and I always think that I have, but then I haven't really. But I did realize that half of my yarn in my yarn order was missing. I couldn't remember what I had ordered because it was a little bit ago, but I was looking, and because I knew that there were some missing, but then I looked and I was like, oh crap, like there's actually a lot missing. So I contacted them and we'll see. But I do want to try out this yarn because I might order a little bit more in like the colors that I didn't get, like yellow and blue. But I want to test it out first to see if I like it. I just don't know what I want to make because I kind of want to make something just like small, but I don't really know what. So I'll probably do that and like finish off something small and then get to kind of tidying up the house a little bit because it's just like, especially this main floor is really messy, and that always just irritates me, obviously, because this is where I spend all my time. So first I'm going to decide what I'm going to make. We'll see. Good morning. So it's actually the day that I'm going to be posting this video for you guys, but I wanted to close it out for you guys, and it's quite early in the morning, so that's why I'm kind of whispering. I'm going to try and make the volume louder once I'm editing it. But first of all, the rest of my yarn did end up showing up. It just came in like totally separate packages. There were like multiple packages the one day, and then the other ones came the next day. I don't know. It was really weird. And then the other thing that I wanted to say is that today is actually launch day, which is really exciting because I'm filming this on the day that I'm going to be posting this video. But yeah, I have some plushies that are going to be dropping, which I showed you at the beginning of this video. So if you wanted to go and check them out, by the time this video is up, they will be live. So you guys can check that out. But I want to show you everything that I ended up finishing with since I had started. So I don't remember if I showed you this cow, but I did end up finishing my little cow, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's actually not a little cow, it's quite big, but super cute. And then I also ended up finishing with the hamster that I had started, which is also adorable. It reminds me of Hamtaro, which I used to play when I was a kid. So that's awesome. And then I also did a unicorn here, which ended up super cute. I've had quite a few requests for a unicorn, so decided to finally make one. And then I have this snail, which was part of a pattern test, and it is so cute. Like, look at its little skirt. Love it so much. And then the final thing that I made is this little dog. I almost called it a bear. I don't know why I wanted to call it a bear, but it reminds me of Spot from the Spot books, even though his spot would technically be on his back, but I might actually make a spot because it's like the same colors. But these ones will be available on my launch on like, it's September something, September 6th, I want to say. I'm not entirely sure, but I'll put it on the screen for you guys. But all the things that I showed in the beginning of the video will be available in today's launch. So I'm really excited about that. I hope you guys enjoy. Like I've said, I would act quicker rather than waiting, just because things do sell out way more quickly than I was expecting ever. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, I can't wait for these guys to find their forever homes. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in another one very soon. Bye.